From the Crush Studio in sunny Florida, this is the Disney Crush Podcast. And now your two tempests in a teacup, Dave and Tony Ann.
On this week's The Disney Crush Podcast, Veronica shares her recent trip to Disney World. It was a girls' weekend. We'll hear what they did and how much fun they had without us. Episode 299 of the Disney Crush Podcast is starting right now.
Hey, Tony Ann.
Hi.
They got back. When they got back, they were telling me how much they missed me and what a terrible time they had because I wasn't there.
I'm sure.
And then they said if you and Tony Ann had been there, we would have had a much better time. So I feel sure. Yeah, I feel sorry for them. I guess we'll find out all about it here shortly. Hey, Veronica.
Yep.
I think you're making all that up. That's what I think.
I don't know. It's possible.
We were too busy.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to find out all about that in just a minute. Do you have any news, Tony Ann?
We've got a new Indian restaurant coming to Disney Springs. Eat, which is spelled E-E-T, Modern Indian, is coming later this year, is all they're saying. And it's my understanding it's going to be in the former Wolfgang Puck Express.
I have heard that. I have.
So,
I heard rumblings about that.
I think it's good that there's something different, a cuisine that's been missing from Disney for a long time. I'm excited.
That sounds good, actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Something different. So I'm curious to see the menu.
Sorry, my phone is silenced, but it's on the table and
it's buzzing.
It's actually a message from Veronica, so I'm confused. But
that's weird. Well, she's sitting right here. You can just ask her.
I'm texting under the table. You don't realize.
Delayed reaction.
More breaking news. Iger gets 2 more years. You get 2 years. Everybody gets 2 years.
Everybody gets 2 years, yeah.
I guess he's going to hang on a little bit longer, and then maybe he'll figure out a better predecessor than the last one, and we'll figure out what's going to go on from there. Or maybe he'll stay on for another 2 years after his 2 years are up. I have a feeling maybe.
Yep. So Mears Connect and Sunshine Flyer are merging. It sounds like Mears bought out Sunshine Flyer from what I understand. So that'll start August 1st. So if you have arrangements with Sunshine Flyer, they should have already emailed you. But they're going to be a 24-hour service, which Sunshine Flyer was not 24 hours before. So there's that. And they're going to be in all the terminals. So there's that. The sad thing is Sunshine Flyer, they were new, so they might have been struggling a little bit. They would give these great deals. They would give $12 fare. They would do kids ride free promotions. So all that's going to stop because Mears doesn't do that kind of stuff. We'll have to see. And they are not going to keep the train motif on the buses.
No, a lot of people are upset about that.
Yeah, because I thought those were neat. They got a lot of attention when you saw them go by.
Mm-hmm. Well, the 24/7 service is kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, especially if you're flying in at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, well, like Mandy does the red eye.
You don't have to sit and wait. So, yeah.
Well, you wouldn't sit and wait. You probably would get like an Uber or something, or you'd hire a more expensive, I can't think of what the word
mode of transportation.
Yes. Private town car type thing.
Well, some people do not want that.
Get you a limousine. Like, somebody we know. Or just order a limousine.
Exactly.
Haunted Mansion's closing August 7th through 9th. Not too sure why. There's been some rumors maybe about Hatbox Ghost maybe.
I actually heard that it's specifically not the Hatbox Ghost. So
okay, then that's not. See, that's why I said there's rumors. That's what rumors are.
Yes.
Well, I've heard both, and I've heard, people are wanting it to be, but then they were saying at Disneyland, the Hatbox Ghost just was put in one night, so we don't know when that's going to happen. But I think people are hoping this way there's a date. They want to know when it's coming.
They want to know, yeah.
But Disneyland just surprised everyone with it. Who knows?
Well, I guess that's a sorry about your luck. I want to mention
it'll come.
Lovers.
I did see all the cute Haunted Mansion merchandise because of the movie. The Crocs.
Oh, yeah.
And all that. Yes. Oh, my gosh. There's really some cute stuff if you're into the Haunted Mansion or love Crocs. I don't know, but
Hey, I kind of like them both now. I didn't used to like Haunted Mansion too much, but recently, in the last 4 years, 3 or 4 years, I really appreciated it more. And I love Crocs.
Yeah. Well,
I know you do.
they have like a bunch of things attached to them. Like, I don't know. Everything from the Haunted Mansion is like attached to those Crocs.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
It's really cute.
Those things pop off fairly easy if you got to be careful with those things.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. Maybe another pair of Crocs in my future, Tony Ann.
Okay.
Veronica. Birthday's coming up in September, so.
Her birthday comes first.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yes, it does.
We're not talking about her birthday. We're talking about my birthday right now. She doesn't wear, well, she does wear Crocs, so maybe she want a pair. You want a pair of Haunted Mansion Crocs for your birthday?
No, if I get another pair, it's going to be the high platforms in
Oh, okay.
another color.
Okay.
No Haunted Mansion Crocs for me.
Did you see that last week you talked about the fact that the magnets were coming back, and they are back now, but also they're selling the Spike the Bee sippers for $7 to pass holders because they couldn't get rid of them.
Wow, that's pretty much giving it away, isn't it?
Yeah.
I saw them. Yeah. I did just read something about the magnets. I guess someone posted that they didn't need all of them, but they got them. And they're giving them, they're sorted in packets to get the people through the line faster. You just get all of them. You just get all of them. They just come in and, you know, whether you've had certain ones or not. So they're doing that. So you'll get extras.
Interesting.
Yes.
That's all I got, Dave.
Is
Now
that
that
it?
we're recording on Thursday nights, the news is old.
Well, yeah, but you never know. With Disney, you never know.
Yeah.
They
The
can
cool
keep-
stuff will come out on Sunday night.
I know. We should say that when we record on Mondays. You know,
That's true.
the next day, stuff would come out. We're like, are you kidding me? We just recorded yesterday. So I don't know if there's a perfect day to record. I don't know. I'm liking it because I have more time to edit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tony, you got anything for Facebook this week?
I might. I have to look. You know, you caught me off guard. Like, I don't know what we're going to do next on this show. It's only been 299 episodes.
He's very unpredictable, Tony Ann.
I know. I do have to send a shout out to the Poodle Tigger group and my girls in the Prancing Princesses, because we had I'm doing this 75 hard program, mental toughness program, they call it. And they have their own Facebook groups, of course, as everything has their own Facebook groups. But the 75 hard Facebook groups tend to be, there's a lot of testosterone in those groups. There's a lot of muscly men and trying to pick up chicks and milfy women who are there for it, you know, and I'm not there for it. I'm there to learn about the program and get in. So I'm happy that we have our fitness groups, which is the Poodle Tigger group, and also everybody that's doing the Princess 5K or marathon 10K or half marathon. We have a little chat going, but this guy, I did send this to my girls in the Prancing Princesses. This guy's turning things up a bit with an outdoor workout. He's doing a prison yard style workout at high noon when the sun is at its brightest, completely naked. That's right. I'm here dogging my way to mental toughness. And instead of cold plunging, I'm thinking of doing the newest trend of suntanning my bottom. He doesn't say bottom. Yeah. To absorb the vitamins, as many vitamins and minerals as possible. So I sent that to my girls. They appreciated it. And the thing that was really sad was the women in the group that replied to him and were like, "Oh, you're teasing us with just a picture of your face. Like get a life, ladies, you know." Yeah. So yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why I hang out in the Poodle Tigger group, because there's none of that naked. Well, there have been shirtless pictures, but
Some from people we know very well.
Yeah, including me, actually.
Well, look, I don't know how that would work. Honestly, hey, I'm all for vitamin D, but if you can't get enough vitamin D that comes in a pill form, just pop you a vitamin D. And the whole hold your boobs and jump. I mean, if you're completely naked as a man, you got to hold your and jump because
Yes,
I don't see that
yes,
happening. I don't
yes.
see how that would be feasible at all. Very uncomfortable.
So if you don't want to be threatened by macho muscle heads, come to Puda Tigger where we're normal people.
Oh my gosh.
What? Dave's got muscles, but he's not a muscle head. He's got a brain.
Yeah, it's in the
He's
right
very
place. It's in the
smart.
right place too. Hello.
And he's not macho at all.
No.
Not
Hey.
the least bit.
No.
What? I don't
Teasing.
know if I agree with all this.
Have you seen his pink glasses?
Hey,
No, that's a macho man secure.
That is, he's very secure in his manhood. That's true.
He's
Yes,
been wearing
you're right.
pink since I know him.
Your
Just so
brother
you know.
does too sometimes. Yeah.
I love pink. I love fuchsia, pink. Yeah, so my favorite colors.
Yeah.
Okay, that's poo. That's
Puda Tigger.
that's poo to take.
I think.
Hey, I got one here. I got one, 20 yen.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Okay, and this is we've been kind of beating this one to death, but it's coming. It's the summer. We got hurricanes coming, and I saw another one, and I just had to say this. I just had to read this one. I am a Florida resident and a pass holder. My mother is visiting from Nevada in September and wants to go to Epcot September 5th. This is hurricane season, so what is the refund or change the date policy on her ticket if it just happened to be a stormy day? Okay, first off, you're not going to get a refund for stormy days. It happens all the time. Not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Weather permitting, rain or shine, we will go. But if we are in a Cat 3 or 5, I don't know why 1 or 2 doesn't apply here, but warning, my butt is staying home, laughing out loud. If anyone can explain the refund or change the date policy on tickets, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Well, if we've talked about this before, right, Tony Ann, that you have plenty of notice usually. Now, if you wait a little bit longer before you make your plans, maybe you want to wait till it's a little bit closer to the date that you're going to be going. That might help. Also, one of the replies was, check the Disney website or call Disney to get correct policies. Why ask random people on Facebook?
Because random people know more than the people that work the phones at Disney.
Snap.
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Snap. Disney has to be under hurricane watch or warning for refunds or exchange to occur. And also, I just mentioned this one. Wait until your date is closer. So those are all great options that you can do. And and if Disney's very good about refunding and taking care of you if something happens, but just watch the weather. You got plenty of notice. You can tell if it's coming your way. You can kind of see the trajectory. It gives you like almost a week, 2 weeks sometimes.
Yep. I've got something else.
Okay.
And I did share this with you and Veronica. Need a creative way to spend some time with your better half? At the Wilderness Lodge on Thursdays, they have a couples project that is so much fun. You get an adult drink of your choosing and some appetizers. We got loaded baked potatoes, flatbread pizzas, and 5 different kinds of gourmet popcorn. We made a serving tray. It's a 2-hour class. Oh, yeah, that's what they made. It's like an art class. They made a serving tray. I thought they were talking about the food. It's a 2-hour class and a great way to spend quality time together. To make an appointment, call guest services at Wilderness Lodge. The number is given. If anybody wants it, I'll give it to them. It was $130. So they made this wooden serving tray. They got 2 drinks and 2 appetizers and popcorn. And they got a 2-hour class and a craft. So I think that looks like fun. I think that's all I got.
Okay.
It did look like fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that's going to do it for Facebook this week. On this week's The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly of Facebook. Bing. Until next week.
You're so weird. I hear weird people.
I see weird people.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So, dude, Judy and Samantha got up at 6:00 this morning and made ADRs for Beer Garden. Not Beer Garden. They
Hoop-de-doo.
for Hoop-de-doo, yes. And by the time this comes out, they'll have made the beer garden reservations too.
That's so exciting. That's so great. And I saw they got the seating level 1, which is on the floor.
That's what they wanted, and they got the time they wanted, the 6:15. So they knocked it out of the parks.
I know. I'm going to have to, I need to get some reservations for myself, and I'm just going to have to, I don't know, I'm going to have to get some advice.
Okay.
So, yeah, these are some friends of ours that are getting ready for a meetup coming in the end of September. Getting all these reservations done and ready. That's cool.
I know. It's going to be organized and fun.
Okay, is that it? That's it?
I guess that's it, yeah.
Before we get started with Veronica's trip report, the all-girls trip, I just want to give a shout-out to Scott and Karen Daves of the Mickey File podcast for 150 shows. That's no joke. Most podcasts don't make it past 10, so congratulations on 150.
Yep. Congratulations.
That is quite a milestone. We have a friend, Chris, who is going to be starting a new podcast about marriage. Him and his wife, Brandy, will be starting that podcast very soon. And I got a special preview that nobody else got.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow, you must be special, all right.
I know.
Let's just say Chris is channeling his inner Karen, because it was like Barry White was talking to me.
Talking like this.
Well, I can't wait to listen. So that sounds good.
We're going to talk a little bit about Veronica's trip report. Yes.
You sound like you're doing a countdown.
I know.
And
Jack.
And it was an all-girls trip. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my word.
Well, that's your intro there, Veronica. So
That was great.
So
Tell me about the planning that went into this trip. Why did you want to go this time?
Because of the deals that came out for the Disney tickets for Florida resident, and it happened to be my granddaughter's birthday.
Nice.
And she's at the age where we can take her alone. You know, it's just a really good age, and she's really at a good age to be with Olivia and loves hanging with Olivia. And so I thought, okay, it's a good opportunity to do that. So for her birthday, we surprised her and let her know. And then we did have to wait a little bit to go on the trip, because it had to kind of coincide with her mom was going to Orlando too, and we had things in the works. So anyway, it wound up being, on July 6th. And we only planned 2 days.
Right.
And then the last minute, we were like, well, we're getting up. We had the hotel anyway. I said, we're going to get up and do breakfast. Why don't we go to Epcot so you could do Guardians? She had the 3-day ticket. I said, let's just do it. And they were so into it. So that's why it was
Very
a birthday. Cool. And it was fun. So we wound up staying at Comfort Suites, the Main Gate East Comfort Suites, which is, right behind Old Town.
Right. We've stayed there together before.
Yep. I like that one when I'm not with Dave. I just feel safe in that hotel, by myself. And I had the 2 girls. So I don't know. That's just like a go-to for us. And they have breakfast.
When you're with Macho Dave, you feel safe in the shady hotels.
I go to Shady Town. Oh, yeah.
even with my pink sunglasses. Oh, yeah.
I don't think about it as much, honestly.
Yeah,
But when I lock that door and he's not there, I know it.
The nice thing
sleep
about
with one eye open. So
the nice thing about the Comfort Suites that you stay at is it's internal hallways too.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're on the street where anybody could just walk up and pull on your door and
and it's not a huge hotel. It's pretty.
No, it's
very, I'd say, medium size actually.
Yeah, and it actually butts up next to thousands and thousands of acres of open land. So you're very likely to see deer, even right there, believe it or not. We've seen them.
Cool.
So that's kind of cool. Being an outdoorsman and stuff like that, I love that. You get that city, but yet you have some woods and forest and stuff, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Swampland, if you will, in Florida.
Very cool.
No, so that was good. And so the first day we wound up going to Hollywood.
That's
Got
your
up early.
favorite?
Yeah. Kirsten spent the night with us at my house. So it was the three of us. We got up. We were in the car on the road by 6:30 and went right to Hollywood. And that's it. Pretty much, we got there close to opening, I would say. And the girls, the first thing they did was run to Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, have fun. I'm going to chill out. I met them at the end of the rides like I do. And they had such a great time. And then we wound up just having they wanted food from Starbucks. I don't know, coffees and cake pops.
Yeah.
Kid stuff. So that worked out well. We did a few more rides that day.
How were the lines?
The lines, it was fine. It was just like the last time Dave and I were there. Not very crowded.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. And we managed to work with the heat. We did go to ABC Commissary, and the thing, we ordered the food just as it was opening.
Right.
Which was really good. And what they did, instead of you having to wait outside for your mobile order, as long as you mobile order, they say, come wait inside, grab a table, and then go get your food when it's ready.
Well,
so
I like that
essentially,
better
like
than
they're
everybody.
filling up the restaurant. Almost, to me, it was almost kind of like priming it. You're sitting there, you're getting your food. Now the next people will come in. And that was really good. And they got something different each and shared it. So Olivia had a club and Kirsten got a Beyond Burger sandwich. They did not enjoy that so much, but the chicken club they loved.
Well, when we went with Carlos, Samantha got that too and did not like it.
Yeah.
The Beyond Burger.
Uh-huh. But they enjoyed it. And it was a place again. So we were out of the heat for a little while.
Right.
And then we moved on. To me, that was really good.
So was there any new things, especially for Kirsten, because it's been maybe a couple years maybe since she's been to Disney, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of new things did she get to do that surprised her?
She was never in Toy Story Land. That was totally new for her. And also Star Wars.
Cool.
They were there before either of those lands opened.
Yeah, she was little when they were there last.
Yeah, well, they used to have annual passes.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did for 1 or 2 years, and then, I don't know, then they just stopped. Something else came up, and life is busy, and they
got all involved in sports and stuff.
Right. It's 3 kids,
yeah,
and they're all in sports.
Yeah, that was part of it. And also, as our friend Kevin Curtis Allen says, the great unpleasantness came and they let their annual passes lapse and they just didn't renew them. So that was part of it too. It was kind of in that time frame.
Right. And now that they can get passes, they bought a boat. Yeah. They've been saving for a boat, and they bought a boat instead, and which they love. They're on every weekend, and good for them.
See, Tony Ann, I might have got a jet ski instead of an annual pass, and I could have been having
got one, and Rob got a boat, and you got an annual pass.
Well, my point is, if I would have got a jet ski instead of an annual pass, I might have been doing a podcast about jet skiing. See,
that wouldn't have. How long do you think a jet ski podcast would have lasted?
I could see multiple things: places to go, rivers, lakes, all kind of places, and places to go.
Then you could appear on this other podcast, That Florida Podcast, that talks about things around Florida to do besides go to the theme parks.
Yes, I've heard about that podcast.
You should be on that podcast.
I should probably be on that podcast because I could talk about a lot of things in Florida, especially state parks that you can go RVing and stuff like that.
Right.
Wiki watching mermaids. Come on now.
I might have to get a hold of that guy and see if I can't get on that show.
I think I have an in with him.
Okay. So. We'll talk about it after the show. Yeah. Sounds good.
Well, anyway, she loved Slinky. She loved walking around Star Wars, the marketplace and all that. Her and Olivia really enjoyed going in all the little shops in the market.
Yeah.
Did she get to do Rise, or was it broke down?
No, she did Rise, but not Smugglers.
Okay.
So that was really it. And they wanted to. We left pretty early. We probably left about 4:00, which is pretty early.
Yeah, I think we talked to you on the phone after you got back.
Yeah. Oh,
that
right.
night.
I think we did. I love you, Dave.
Yes.
Well, they wanted the Panda Express.
Right.
They were so excited to go to Panda Express. You think that was part of Disney, I swear. But they don't have Panda Express by them anymore. The one in Sarasota closed, and Kirsten goes to one when they go to tournaments out of town, so she loves it. So they were excited. Anyway, we did that. And then they went back to the pool, and they hung in the hot tub. The pool was so crowded at the hotel.
Really?
I think people were there for a sports game. I noticed they all, I have no clue what it was, but I think they were all there for that. And so there were a lot of people. So we sat in the hot tub and we were alone in the hot tub. So that was good. And that was it. It was an early night. Got up the next day.
So is the breakfast at the hotel back to pre-COVID levels? Is it back to normal, or is it still a little COVID-y?
I will say it's average now. So yes, there's hot food. Yes, they're making Mickey waffles in front of you, both chocolate chip and plain and little and big. And there's all kind of yogurt and muffins and things like that. The one difference to me is the amount of hot options you have.
Okay.
So every day we went, we had some form of an egg and some form of a meat. So they had cheese omelets one day with sausage. The next day it was scrambled eggs and like round sausage. I think they saved the bacon for the weekend. I'm convinced.
Oh, well, there you go.
I know, but it was okay. It was good. The kids got toasted bagels and waffles. They were happy. The crazy thing is, the next morning I get up, we're going to Magic Kingdom. And I'm up at like 5 a.m. in the hotel, and I'm getting ready. And 7:00 virtual queue and blah, 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 blah. At 7:30, I'm like, oh, turkey, gobble, gobble. I totally forgot.
Oh, man.
I know. So I did at 9:00 when the park opened, I did go online and buy 2.
Virtual, lightning lane.
2 lightning lanes. Yeah. For them. So it was okay. Just cost me more money.
Yeah, it cost you more money, but the line was probably shorter anyway, so it's probably okay.
I don't know. I just couldn't. I was like, oh
you
my
got to
gosh.
pick your time then.
Yeah, we did it pretty early.
And there's at 9:00, there's still pretty decent availability. Now, it's not like it used to be where it would sell out and people that weren't staying on property wouldn't get to ride. That Tron and Guardians, you could both usually find individual lightning lanes for after park opening. Rise is still really hard to buy a lightning lane for if you're not staying on property.
Well, I can tell you at 9:00, we got 9:30.
There you go.
So we were concerned, and as we're walking in, we're just like, okay, we can do it. Whatever we get, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it wound up being fine. But that, again, goes back to the levels at the parks, really.
Yeah, I guess so.
Then we really did classics that day. I mean, we did Haunted Mansion, Big Thunder, Pirates. They did Tron. For food in the park, they wanted ice cream. So it was anti-gravities. Olivia got a brownie sundae, and Kirsten just got a swirl. But that was really it. I think they just had their mind on, let's get done. It's hot and out of the park.
Okay.
So that's all we did. Winnie the Pooh. And that
Pooh
was it.
on the trip. You had Pooh on the trip.
I did have Pooh on the trip. We left there and just went back to the hotel.
I like a day where you accomplish a lot in a little bit of time.
Well, they weren't whining about the heat, really. I mean, yes, it was hot, but they moved all day. I think that was it. And then on the way out, of course, we did the shops and they went shopping and that kind of thing, which, leads me to something that I wanted to mention.
Is this going to be your rant? Because you told me 2 weeks ago that you had a rant, and I
don't think it's a rant in that sense, but it's something I noticed.
Okay.
That just, I don't know. It's just me. It could be just me. So we bought pins that day. I didn't. They did. And they bought several pins in the Emporium.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we checked out and I said, do you have a bag? And she said, nope, I don't have any small bags. Now in my mind, I'm thinking she ran out. I'm like, okay. Still thinking, okay, well, put them in your backpack, whatever. And that was that. Mm-hmm. Well, so that was on day 1. Day 2, Kirsten, when we were in, day 3 in Epcot, Kirsten buys her mom a present. So we are in the large gift shop in Epcot, Creation Shop, this $50 necklace.
Okay.
We check out. Of course, I pay for her. I have the discount. You know how that goes. And she's standing next to me and I finish my transaction and the woman leaves the box on the counter and we're looking at each other. I said, can I have a bag? She goes, we don't have small bags anymore. I go, you don't have small bags anymore? She goes, no, the park is doing away with them. Mm-hmm. I went, okay. But I was irritated about that. I just was. For me, Tony Ann, a bag is part of it, a Disney bag.
Yeah, I know. I think
it's for money. It's environmental and the plastic. And you know what? They could have something.
They can charge you for the
I would have paid.
There are other places that charge you for bags. But I mean, for us, we live in Florida, which is very different than the rest of the country. I know in other parts of the country, this has been for years. They haven't had bags. So it's hard for Floridians to relate to it, but I think it's pretty common elsewhere in the country. So I don't know how the international guests will take it, but I think the domestic travelers probably will shrug it off. Florida is different. We have to face that Florida is different than the rest of the country.
I just feel, maybe because it's always been that, you come home with those Disney bags.
I know.
And plus you're throwing this stuff
out of them.
Yeah. And you're throwing the stuff in your backpack. I guess they assume you just have bags. So you're going to just throw your stuff in your bag.
Yeah. I think for something,
I don't know,
precious that should be protected, they should at least wrap the pins, which can get scratched and stuff. I would like them to be wrapped in paper maybe or something, or bubble wrap or something to keep them.
So anyway, so that was there. But then in Epcot, we went to the China, one of the kiosks, and Kirsten bought an ankle bracelet. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, they had a little bag.
Well, because the China shop and the Japan shop are not owned by Disney.
Well, they were little Disney bags. And I was like, okay. Or they still have some left.
Yeah, that might be it. You can't get the annual pass holder discount in those stores in Japan and China because they're not owned by Disney.
Is that why I get a bag?
Maybe.
No, are they doing away with all the bags, large, medium, and small bags, or just the small ones?
I think small. I think that's probably the beginning of the evolution.
Well, you should have just asked for a large bag then. Say, I'll take a medium bag or a large bag, whatever you have. Give me whatever you got because I want to wrap it up.
Well, it wasn't that. It was just like, what? But that's even not the best. This is the best part. So now I'm just getting a little like, okay. We go to the caramel shop and we buy 2 apples, popcorn, and the guy looks at me and I said, do you have a bag? We're not even done with Epcot. And we have, I don't want my
all
apple.
The stuff to carry. Right.
He goes, nope, we don't have any small bags. He goes, but you can buy one. So I bought a 50th anniversary bag to hold my caramel apples. And I thought, anyway, it was, like I said, a Disney bag is part of the gift.
I know. When I'm solo, I like to go to the parks bagless. So that will put a damper on my shopping if I'm bagless, unless they're going to sell me one of those bags, which,
Look, I would pay like Aldi's. When I go to Aldi's, the grocery store, if I don't have my bags, I pay my 9 cents a bag. I'm okay with that. I don't think I should have to buy one of their souvenir bags or whatever. I don't even know how much it was.
I think they're pretty cheap. Those souvenir
$1?
bags. I think so.
Okay.
And then
that's not too bad.
Mickey bag that you can use as a gift bag later for somebody.
But
which I've done.
But I had no choice.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, that's just,
Yeah.
that was something I just noticed. And I thought, okay, not cool, Disney. Not cool.
Well,
I bring my own straws. Now it's the bags. What else?
it's been a long time coming, though, Veronica.
Okay. It's just me.
I know it's not just you. It's that we aren't used to it, but other parts of the country have for years not had bags. Florida is a different place.
I think it is.
It really is.
Oh my gosh.
Like it or hate it. And some people go both ways, you know.
Well, I don't mind. I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a bag. You know, I don't take a bag
Right.
with me. I don't carry a backpack, and now I'll know though.
Right.
I know.
Well, we're just going to have to bring the Disney bags that we do have from previous purchases there
Oh yeah.
and stick them in the backpack when I come
We
because I
actually
have a
have
backpack.
we have really nice Disney Crush bags from TDC. We have a few left over.
Yeah, we could use those too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, maybe we should get a bunch of them and hand them to the cast members. Say, here, you want some bags? You can just give these out for free.
Along with a pen and a magnet.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, that was just something I noticed. That's all. But that was really it. Epcot really consisted, my last day consisted of Guardians, which Kirsten loved.
Of course.
Yes.
Now, did she tell you what was her favorite thing as far as, because Rise was the first time she's ever done Rise, Slinky Dog,
Guardians.
Guardians. So did she say which was Guardians was her favorite?
Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guardians was her favorite. And then we were able to get on Frozen right away. We were, right in that area. Frozen was down.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as it came up, we just kind of heard, oh, it's up, it's up. We got on the line.
Cool.
In 20 minutes, we walked pretty much on to Frozen. So that was really nice.
I was a little upset that we didn't get a picture of Naked Elsa with you guys, but that's okay.
Yeah, well,
I took a selfie with her.
You did? Oh,
you
well,
sent
I haven't
to
seen
us.
it.
Hey,
Well, now I'm going to have to post it.
Now we're going to have to put it as for this show when I
Yes.
advertise the show.
Right. Okay.
okay.
If I remember to advertise the show.
The girls were in the
'Cause sometimes I
bathroom.
do.
The girls were in the bathroom, and I was like, I'm going to take my own selfie, which, I never do. Very scary. And that's it. We waited around for Remy, and it was down. And finally,
Aw.
it was starting to rain, and, we left. Stopped. The girls wanted Chick-fil-A on the way home, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a quick...
So you didn't take her on the
Okay.
Skyliner.
No, but I found out she's already been on the Skyliner. She went for something else and
Oh,
rode
okay.
on the Skyliner. Because I mentioned to Olivia the day we went to Epcot, I said, why don't you girls
Take it
take it?
and come back. Yeah.
Yeah, just go have fun or whatever. And they weren't too keen on that.
Okay.
Even though I missed you two like crazy.
We missed you more because you were there and we were here.
Yeah. We were calling each other like every hour.
Who, me and you?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What do you think they're doing now? They just posted pictures. They look like they're having so much fun. Well, that sounds like a fun all-girls trip. So I'm kind of glad I didn't go because I might have just brought you guys down anyway.
You would have held us back.
Yeah.
You would have held us back.
I know. So that's good. And you did say that I know you don't like the hot weather, but you were able to navigate the hot temperatures in the parks. And you said it really didn't bother you, which was surprising to me.
It was surprising to me too.
Interesting.
I think it's just the way we just kind of kept ducking in and we just made it work. You just have to make it work because, it'll get to you for sure. And we did drink a lot of water. We got a lot of water from the quick services. I don't bring a backpack, so I carried 1 bottle of water in with me in my hand. The girls had 2 bottles each in their backpack. And then we still were going to all the quick services for water. And the funny thing, the quick service ice can fit in your water bottle. It is a long tube. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they would get an ice water from quick service and they would put it into their water bottles. So they were doing that throughout the day. And that worked really well.
Veronica, aren't you the queen of the Starbucks water? You love Starbucks water.
We had it. We sure did.
I know.
I know. I just feel like it tastes good and it's large. A lot of times you go to the quick services around the park. It's
Right, you
those
get the
short
dinky.
kitty cups.
Mm-mm.
And I'm like, okay, can I have 5? Like, yeah, go to Starbucks.
No, you just pound one really fast in front of them and go, okay, another, please, another.
Right.
Pound it.
Right.
Another, please. Thank you very much.
Well, half of my issue is I don't like ice water. It's too cold, so I can't even drink it that fast. So that doesn't work for me. You could fill your water bottle for sure with 3 of those. Yeah.
I would love to have another girls' weekend with you and Candy. I would love to do that again.
Well, let's do it. The ticket prices are good now.
Yeah. The weather is hot
For
now.
Well, I know. And the tickets end September, don't they? You have to
September
use it by
29th.
September.
You have to use it by September 29th. My mother has 1 more day or 2 more days on hers. I don't know when I'm going to get her over there.
Well, let's talk about our trips coming up. Any trips coming up on the horizon?
I have no trips until the end of September when we go to this trip that you were very elusive about earlier on the show.
So you're not going to be
Ooh.
going anytime in August, huh?
I want to go in August, but I don't know that I'm going in August because I have a trip to North Carolina that has nothing to do with Disney.
Okay.
Or
and that's
friend.
what, August 13th-ish or something like that? Or when is that?
Yes.
Okay. How many days are you going to be gone?
Like 4. I get back. Yeah, I'm going to be, yeah.
Okay.
So, and then our friends are coming to Disney that week, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go to Thanksgiving to be quite honest with you.
What?
Because I'm having a hard time getting time off at work.
Interesting.
What the?
Well, okay. So,
Booties?
that's actually Veronica's birthday week, the 11th.
I know the week that I'm going away is Veronica's birthday week. Yeah.
And your birthday's what, on a Friday, Veronica? No, when is it? Yeah, it's on Friday?
It's on a Friday.
Yeah, okay. Well, then maybe we can go over for your birthday.
You should go.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All through the years of having passes, that used to be the weekend that blackout ended. So
Right.
Dave and I, every year, were like, okay, we're going. We were so excited. And then we would get there, look at each other and go, okay, we're
we're not-
never
yeah.
doing this again.
No, that was a
So
bad
hot.
idea. Maybe we'll just
Yeah,
go
and
back.
Everybody
We were
whose blackout was lifted was going too, and so it was crowded too.
And hot and crowded. But you know what? The next year we would do it again. It's like we
Yep.
were just, gluttons. I'll tell you.
Now Disney isn't even blocking us out in the summer anymore because that's not the time when it's crowded anymore. The crowds have changed.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I am going to Disney next week, actually.
When?
I am going over on Saturday the 29th. You can't come with me. You can't come. It's a down low cognito kind of a trip to do some
That you're-
work.
Talking about on the podcast. Oh, I know what you're doing. No, I'm excited that you're doing that.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
I have some work to do before the trip. And, I'm just going over for the day. I wound up with like no plans that weekend. And then it wound up that, Dave and I have a meeting on Friday night. We're getting up and I'm getting up and doing Disney. Dave's going to stay home with the dog. I'm coming home Saturday night. Sunday morning, we're getting up and we're going to drive to Sarasota for Zane's birthday.
Oh, nice.
And then we have to stay in town because we're trying to get a doctor's appointment Monday or Tuesday. So all of that happened within the last, couple of days, really. So we're just trying to make it work. And when you have the dog, it's really maneuvering really around the dog. Otherwise, Dave could have come to Disney with me for the day and all, but we just don't like to push it and leave him for that long. So
I know. I understand. Veronica,
anyway.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your weekend with us. I can't wait for us to go back together. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to get back. September, I guess.
Oh, are they short Are they just short? You just can't get
I'm
any
just having
days off?
trouble. I'm getting trouble
Oh.
getting off work, and I kind of was told that I take off every Thanksgiving, and there are other people that want Black Friday, and I always take off Black Friday and the day before, and I get it, and they're not wrong.
Right.
So it's kind of my turn, and my husband is like, "You have seniority," but that's not what it's about. It's about fairness.
Right.
I don't know.
we used to have it where you couldn't take the same holiday 2 years in a row. So if I took 4th of July this year, I could not, even if no one really wanted it, it was just to keep it
Fair.
So, yeah. Yep.
Well, maybe you can come out for the weekend.
Well, if you were at Hillsborough, maybe, but it's so much further.
Oh,
isn't
that's
it?
right. We're going somewhere new. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot all about that.
I know.
So,
All right.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, you two. This has been fun. Anything else, Tony Ann?
I don't think so, David. I no.
Okay.
I've got like I don't know how many more days of this 75 hard thing going, so I gotta get back to work.
All right. Well, get on it. You've been doing great. I guess that's going to do it for this week's Disney Crush podcast. If you have desire or inclination, or if you just feel sorry for us, hey, you can give us a review. The Disney Crush on Instagram is _Disney Crush. We have a private Facebook group called Friends of the Disney Crush, where a lot of the shenanigans happen. The main page on Facebook is The Disney Crush. You can follow us on YouTube at The Disney Crush, where you can catch our live feeds if you missed them. And our website is thedisneycrush.com. If you have an idea or you want to be on the show, you can email us at thedisneycrush@gmail.com. So until next week, say goodbye, you two.
Goodbye, you two.
Oh.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Cheese bag? What the heck?